Morning and welcome back to the channel. You guys know I use a DJI Mic. By the way, I'm Andre, and thanks for watching this. Quick update here. DJI Mic. Take a look on the inside. You can actually see that the two mics, receiver. I started using this about a year ago. Yeah, end of January last year. Picked this up, and this makes all the difference to your recording. If you have a DJI Osmo Action 3 or 4, or you use this with an external connector to an Insta360 One RS like I'm using now, the sound quality is amazing. Noise cancelling is amazing. And this is the DJI Mic 2TX Plus RX. Kind of funny, they just released the DJI Mic 2, which is a little different, longer range, has a little turny knob on the receiver, but I ran into a little problem. At the beginning of January, so a couple of weeks ago, I was out on a ride in 30 plus degrees weather, and within an hour of the ride, the receiver battery dropped dead, and mic number one battery just seemed to go off maybe about 20 minutes later. So one of the things that I investigated a little bit, and I noticed that if you look really closely, look at how my receiver is rocking in the case. What I was able to figure out was that when you drop the receiver, I use a USB-C connector, by the way. This thing is rock solid, worked forever, never lost it. But when you drop your receiver in, it rocks. And what I'm concerned about is even after cleaning the pins, that it's not making proper contact or it's getting bumped out a little bit, and that stops the receiver from charging. But besides that, I externally charge these with a USB connector, a USB-C on a high-end Motorola charger, both of them, and I went out for another ride down there, and the same thing happened again. After about an hour, these two, their batteries were low, right? So I get back to Canada, and it's -9. Went for a ride yesterday. I had contacted DJI, and they said, yep, let's get them back to us. Let's have a look. And what I noticed was so on my ride yesterday, both I used transmitter 1 and receiver. I didn't, no one was with me. So I left receiver 2 in the, transmitter 2 in the case. I noticed that within about 45 minutes, the receiver had just gone to sleep. The transmitter was still active. I looked at the receiver, turned it back on, and the battery was saying that it was at about 20-30%. It wasn't red, it was just low. And when I rode for another 5 minutes, looked down, it had turned off again. So I turned it back on, and I looked at my transmitter, and it had turned off. And the receiver shows you the battery status. Anyway, the battery of the receiver was back up to like 40%, and the transmitter was down, little sliver of gray, which is about 20%. And this went on for, I was out for about an hour and a half. This went on for the next half an hour. Their battery levels would change. They would turn off. I'd turn them back on. So anyway, 1 year in, I find it really strange that the batteries start misbehaving on this product. So I'm sending it back to DJI. Going in the box. I still have the box. Keep everything. I never trust electronics anymore. These guys just don't seem to get it right. Here it is in the box. I've got the RMA all set up, and now I'm going to run out to UPS store and drop this off. It could take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to get this resolved. If they were smart, they would just send me a DJI Mic 2 to test out while they were repairing this, because I could do a pretty solid review, because you guys know how I like to break things. If something has a problem, I will find it. Anyway, let's see where this all ends up. Solid product for the last 11 months. The recording quality changes the game completely. It's amazing. Take a look at this, or the Mic 2. Mic 2 has a longer range. Like I said, there's some special noise cancelling stuff that they've put in, which I don't know how it's going to make this any better, because this just let the right amount of noise in when you were riding, so you could hear the trail, hear the bikes. We'll see. Let's see what happens. As always, stress less, ride more, ride smart, ride safe, ride with something that works. And I'll see you on the trails, hopefully. Take care.